welcoming our very esteemed and privileged to have our next guest, Shri A.K. Sharma, Member of Legislative Council, State of Uttar Pradesh, former Secretary for MSME, Government of India, Shri A.K. Sharma ji. Namaskar, sir. Great to have you here and such a pleasure always to see you. To welcome you, I would request our President, Shri Vinod Kumar ji, to say a few words. Thank you.
Well, there's no words. It's a pleasure to have Sharma sir back here. After he left the ministry, I'm sure. I mean, we all know the good work that he's doing. इन्होंने जो काम किया है बनारस में और यूपी में सब लोग को पता चल गया है, हम सबको भी पता है. तो हम सब लोग उसके मतलब बड़े ही actually we are very happy कि we've had the pleasure of working with Sharma sir when he was at the Ministry of MSME, and we are very sure with his experience, इनकी जो experience है micro small medium enterprises में, industries में, बाकी government affairs में, I think that is unparalleled. तो उसका योगदान मुझे लगता है अभी वो सब हम सबको continued मिलेगा, because he is now in public service. So more than a government servant, he is now a public figure with a lot more responsibility. So very hearty welcome, Sharma sir.
Thank you, Vinod ji and Sushma ji. In fact, I must say that both of you and your organization, India SME Forum, they have been among my teachers so far as the MSME administration is concerned, because I know from the day one you have been in touch with me when I was Secretary MSME, and you have been guiding me. Coming back to your program, I must say that it's a very timely reminder to each one of us that, look, pandemic and the corona and the COVID is not the whole story. The life is much longer, and we have to move ahead from whatever situation might be prevailing. So it's a very timely intervention by India SME Forum to grab the attention of the nation, and particularly the SME sector, towards our real goal of achieving the well-being for the citizens, well-being for the people of the country through a robust economy, including a $5 trillion economy. So you are in fact doing a very timely job of reminding us of our real goal, instead of getting bogged down in these small problems created by emergencies like COVID. So I compliment both of you and your organization for organizing this important seminar.
सर उल्टा है, बेसिकली आप जिस प्रकार की सेवा कर रहे हैं, जिस प्रकार की लीडरशिप आपने कोविड के दरमियान दिखाई है, तो मुझे तो लगता है कि यही लीडरशिप हमको हर जगह चाहिए, और यही लीडरशिप हमको तार देगी ये 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी के लिए भी, नहीं सिर्फ उसके लिए, बट जैसे हम लोग बात करते हैं कि 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी में एग्रीकल्चर हुआ, जॉब्स हुए, सर्विस इंडस्ट्रीज हुई, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हुआ, लॉजिस्टिक्स हुआ, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हुआ, ये सब बड़े ही इम्पोर्टेंट इस पूरे 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी बनाने के लिए बड़े ही इम्पोर्टेंट आई वुड से पाथ ब्रेकर्स हैं. तो इन सब में सर आपका क्या विजन है? आप प्रधानमंत्री जी के साथ कई साल काम किया है आपने, तो जब ये विजन भी बना तब भी आप उनके साथ थे, तो क्या लगता है आपको कि हमें तो हर वक्त हर समय ये लगता है कि एमएसएमई में इंडिया में क्षमता है कि हम लोग जितनी भी हमारी एक्सपोर्ट है उसको ट्रिपल कर पाए, जितनी भी हमारी हमारा योगदान है जीडीपी को एमएसएमईज का, वो करीबन डबल हो सकता है. तो क्या क्या चीजें आपने सर सोच के रखी हैं कि भाई कैसे ये 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी को हम लोग ने बनाना है, खड़ा करना है सर?
See, I'll give you a few examples. First of all, we all know that our Honorable Prime Minister has given this vision to the nation of achieving a $5 trillion economy by 24-25. And in the very beginning, I must say very categorically that I see the fullest possibility. I see the entire possibility of achieving a $5 trillion economy by that time. Now, the points which you reminded, manufacturing or export and all that, I'll give a few examples from my MSME days only, from the experience of Secretary MSME. You might recall that as soon as I joined as Secretary MSME, I invited the technology centers and the tool rooms of MSME Ministry to manufacture the small micro pumps which are used in sanitizer pumps. Okay.
Very nice.
Uh, this is just one example, and I must say that all of you responded to that call, and our technology centers designed those pumps. And now today we are perhaps a net exporter of those pumps, which were being imported from China and other places in the beginning of the pandemic 1 year back. So this is just one example. Similar is the case about the PPE kits. Similar is the case about many other medical auxiliaries and items, which in the beginning of the pandemic were being imported, and now we are net exporter of many of those items. So necessity, in fact, becomes the mother of invention. And in this case, we have all seen that if we tighten our belt, we can achieve the target of export, the target of being manufacturing wise, becoming self dependent. Now, MSME sector, as you said, is a very important sector in this entire game, because one, its turnaround time is very less. If you ask an MSME if it is design X item, and if you want them to shift to Y item, it's very easy or very simple for an MSME rather than a big enterprise to re-engineer its processes and start producing something else.
Very
For
correct, sir.
example, as
Very
I
correct.
said, as I said, as I said, in the beginning of pandemic, we designed many items, including, as I said, pumps and all those things, including ventilators and other. Now, going forward, we all want that this situation should not arise. But if it arises, and say the third wave comes, in the third wave there would be very typical equipments again which will be required to tackle the third wave. For example, children specific medical equipments, children specific ventilators, children specific masks, children specific other medical auxiliaries. Now all this instead of importing from somewhere, now with the experience of 1 year plus, we should be able to produce in the country, and thereby not only meet our own demand but also to be able to export those items to the rest of the world. So this is what alertness and preparation means, and I'm sure with the experience of last 1 year plus, we and our MSME sector should be able to organize itself to meet those challenges. In the run up to the corona crisis, I remember that Honorable Prime Minister had announced a few packages to help the MSME sector. And when I was there in the ministry, I also remember that we were working hard to see that those packages they deliver good benefits to the MSME sector, taking the advantage of all those interventions of the government. If MSME sector can organize itself to manufacture cost-effective, quality products, and products which are needed at a particular time, I think that would be a big contribution of the sector towards achievement of $5 trillion economy. Another example I would like to give, in the crisis of corona, you might have seen that India's agro products, they have gained value all over the world. It
Very
could be medicine, it could be medicinal plants, it could be simple items like turmeric and many other small items of daily use in the agriculture sector. They have become so precious in the international market today. They could be organic, they could be very original, they could be medicinal. There are n number of such plants and products where India can take credit and they can process it properly, they can package it properly and sell it in the market. Again, the MSME sector has to do a lot, in processing these agro products. Similar, the third example I would give, what Samir was talking, Mr. Samir, I heard Samir Bhatia talking from Seagate Technology. For example, as you know, India's software potential has been known since many decades.
Right.
In the IT sector, our engineers and our boys and girls have been known for their skills in the software sector, but we have been lagging in the hardware, on the hardware front. And on the hardware front, countries like, say, Korea, Japan, and many others, they have been actually been talked about. Now, if companies like this and products like this can be made in the country, not only they will reduce our import bill, but they will also add to our export potential. So these are very concrete examples, and these are all examples, and these are all sectors where MSME sector alone can contribute a lot and can do a lot in producing those goods. So India becoming a $5 trillion economy is not a big challenge. We have already crossed the halfway mark, and if we can organize ourselves, if we can tighten our belts, we can perhaps reach there, perhaps earlier than what even the Prime Minister has envisioned. Now, I'll also give you a few more pointers in that direction. You might have seen that India's human material. I saw, since you mentioned Varanasi, I would like to talk about it a little bit. See, our human material and the confidence which our people, our health workers, our frontline workers, the confidence which they have in themselves, it is unmatched in the entire world.
Right.
There were many cases where a peon or a chowkidar standing on a hospital gate, we had to actually tell them, looking at them from the camera and all that, that he should not stand there. Why he is standing there? He will get caught in the corona, this thing. He will be hit by the coronavirus. But our people, they have been so fearless. They have been so confident in the fight against COVID, that this spirit is unmatched in the entire world. Nowhere in the world can we see this spirit of service, the spirit of dedication. With this kind of dedication to the duty, this kind of motivation to work in adverse situations, this can be and this should be used in producing those goods and services which are otherwise not available to us and to the citizens of the country. Uh, I would also call upon the MSME sector to perhaps, this is also the time when they should take care of their workers, because you see, a workforce is not very easy to find. The right workforce is not very easy to find. In the hard days of Corona, they might have gone to their respective native places, and they might not be also very motivated to come back to the work. But it is the job of the industry, it is the job of the sector to reach out to them, to convince them to come back to because they are experienced workers. They are your assets. They are your valuable workforce, and
Resource.
you should not forget about them. You should reach out. Now that is why I said you have organized this seminar very timely, to remind each one of us in the industry and also in the administration to reach out to those people who perhaps left the workplaces and went to their native places, and now it's the time to perhaps put them on job and produce the goods and services which the country and the entire world needs. I would I would end my talk by saying that, you see, in the entire world, India has stood as a successful story, a successful story in fighting against COVID.
Correct.
Our honorable Prime Minister has led the country, has led the nation, has led all of us to do our best in such a severe and difficult situation. So we should use this moral strength. We are standing upon a very high moral pedestal today. As a country, we have shown our solidarity, we have shown our courage, we have shown our conviction to fight and to succeed in difficult situations. We should use this image in selling goods and services also, as good producer of quality services, good producer of zero effect and zero defect products. So perhaps it is the job of organizations like India SME Forum and both of you and many of your colleagues to take this story to the entire world, and say that, look, India is a very robust economy. India is a very robust and a strong society. India is a morally very rich country, and whatever we produce, we are quality conscious. We know our business ethics. We know our industry ethics, and hence you can depend upon us so far as importing goods and services is concerned. So this is see, our we have to sell our soft power.
Very
So
good.
this we have believe me, Vinod and Susmaji, we have added a huge point in our soft power, India's soft power, by successfully dealing with the corona pandemic. We already had a lot of pluses in our soft power, like this yoga day is now going to come very soon. Many other places, like as I said, our Ayurvedic potential, our agro potential, our medicinal plants, and many other things. But again, our capacity to survive, our capacity to withstand an emergency like COVID, this again has added to our soft power, and perhaps we should take this story, we should use this story also in benefiting our industry, in enhancing our country's export potential. So, with these words, I compliment both of you for, as I said, it's a very timely intervention. In fact, I myself, when I was told that you are organizing this seminar, I had, honestly speaking, I had forgotten MSME uh, and the economic sector. And in fact, last few months, I was so deep into the corona issues that I had almost forgotten these issues. Now
But
I am.
UP is all about MSME, sir. So
Yes,
UP will
no,
not allow
no.
you to
So
forget.
UP has to, as I said, UP and the entire country has to benefit from successful MSME operations, and particularly the agro-based MSMEs. As I said, processing of turmeric, processing of other agro products, processing of many small items in the agriculture field. I have seen with my own eyes. Lot of activity has already started in the MSME sector on this front, in terms of packaging organic materials, in terms of packaging local products, and UP, as you said, has to benefit a lot.
In fact,
In
I'd also like to add, sir, we completed, after we met you, we completed a base calculation from ITC's figures of potential of India's exports. And from there, what we are able to understand that UP's exports, major states, apart from UP, let us say Maharashtra, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, a bit to that extent, and majority of the industrial producing states and the states which have a higher, I would say, export probability, UP stands with a possibility of 3x exports. 3 times the exports that it can do today. That is the potential which is already available. So
I
with
fully
you guys,
agree.
yes, sir. Please.
I fully agree with you, and we are also very committed to do that, to enhance that export potential. And not only agri products, India, UP, as you know, there are many traditional products in UP which have very huge potential of exports. Maybe it is brassware of Muradabad, or logs of Aligarh, or glassware of Firozabad, uh, Varanasi toys, and many other products which UP produces in even non-agricultural sector also. They are very valuable, and they are cherished all over the country and all over the world. UP, as you said, has very huge export potential and potential in the MSME sector. Finally, I would also say that Corona has also uh, seen some good improvement in terms of infrastructure, particularly in terms of improvement of medical infrastructure.
Yes.
And using that we can also take a jump on in adding value to those medical facilities, medical infrastructure, and medical equipments, and perhaps thereby find our own solutions, find our own innovations to reduce the dependence on imports and other
Absolutely,
issues.
absolutely right.
So
Absolutely.
once again, I thank you both for inviting me, and I wish you all the best, and I wish India SME Forum the very best, and also my old sector, the MSME sector, also the very best.
Sir, now it is going to be the sector of your, close to your
Yes,
heart,
yes.
because
Yeah. So
because
it's our sector, not your sector or my sector, but our sector.
all sector.
And we will work for it, and we
Yes.
will see very successful experiments, and we will see this goal of $5 trillion economy achieved much earlier than the targeted time.
We are extremely thankful, sir, for your guidance, for your time, especially during this time when you've been working so hard at getting things moving. We are all aware, but I mean, we really wish to thank you from the bottom of our heart for sparing your time, and we look forward to a more detailed conversation with you. Maybe in the near future. And with that, thank you very much for joining us today, sir.
Thank
So
you.
I
Thank
would
you.
also like to, yeah, I would also like to express my gratitude and thanks to you for your time and all these valuable insights that you keep sharing all the time. We will continue to work with you, and on behalf of India SME Forum, we wish you all the very best, and more success to you, more power to you in all your future endeavors, sir.
Thank
So
you.
God bless and
Thank
thank you
you.
very
Thank,
much, sir.
thank you. Thank you. We'll
Thank you.
keep working together.
Yes.
Thank you.